Gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saieed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Friday, 2020. Remember, it's Fire Friday tonight, viewers. So remember to share your Facebook stream, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are live on Facebook. It's TT Real Talk. Friday night. For some, it's a rum night. For others, it's a Lyman night. For others, it's work. For others, it's movie nights. For others, it's family night out. That's just it. That's just it, viewers. So we have a little update for you. Trinidad and Tobago Police Service expects to resume facilitating Certificate of Character COC application by next week. The update came from Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCP, Kurt Simon, at the TTPS media briefing this afternoon, who said it could resume if all goes how it's supposed to go. DCP Simon stated that the service should resume by Wednesday. However, he described it as a temporary relief. The TDP has said the COC system has been down since February 14th, 2023. However, members of the public said they were facing challenges in accessing the certificate of letter or certificate of later part of 2022. Since 2022, they give a problem, eh? Imagine that, since 2022. But hopefully we should, or the TDPS should have it up and running by next week. Let's see how that goes. So Trinidad and Tobago, are you set to pay more for cement in 2023? We are already paying a higher increase very soon for electricity. And very soon you'll be paying a higher cost for meat and frozen goods, I should say, at supermarkets. Because if electricity rates do raises in the months to come, well then all those grocery that sells frozen vegetable and meats, we the citizen will be paying a higher price for those items, such as butter, cheese, goat, beef, whatever it is that goes into the freezer, ice cream, you will be paying more. Why am I saying this? Besides, it's just the electricity bill going up. Serious? Serious? Groceries or supermarkets in Trinidad and Tobago pays a very high electricity bill because of freezers. Walk-in freezers, deep freeze, they pay a higher electricity bill. So now if electricity bill goes up, don't you think the frozen products or the produce in that freezer will go up also? So it's not just that T&TEC is going to raise electricity bill. No, cost of living will go up. Your butter will go up, your cheese will go up, your salami will go up, your sausage will go up, your meat will go up, your frozen fish will go up, your peas will go up. All these things that is being contained in a freezer or a fridge or a cold storage, it will go up. Did T&TEC mention that to you all? No, you're not getting that by T&TEC. All they say they're raising their rates. That is all. But we, the citizens on the ground, we're going to feel the pinch. We're going to feel the pinch. You know why? When you buy a simple thing as cheese or butter, where do you store it? In a cupboard? No, you store it in a fridge. So think about that. All your frozen vegetable. Ice will go up. A bag of ice from $5 might go to $10. You know why? Because the factory that makes the ice, their bill will go up. Snow cone. Look at the simple little thing. Snow cone we're paying $5 for. How much do you think you're going to pay for a cup of snow cone just now? 10 and 8. $8 right now. $8 and $10 right now. For a normal cup of snow cone. When the electricity bill go up and the iceman raise his price at the ice factory, and the man who's selling the snow cone now will have to raise his price. So when you think Trinidad and Tobago, that just electricity going up, no, it's a whole set of thing behind electricity. It's a rippling effect we're going to get. It's a rippling effect Trinidad and Tobago is going to face. I didn't know that. 2386716 is the phone number to call in. Imagine when you're going to grocery and you're paying $40 for a 1 liter ice cream. You might pay $50 now or $60 now because the bill might go up by as much as 65%. It's 65% somewhere around there. So when you're paying $40 for a 1 liter ice cream, you might pay about $60 or $70 for a 1 liter ice cream. Now why? Electricity went up and they're using a freezer to freeze the ice cream. All come to Trinidad and Tobago. Let's think about it. Think about it. You know why I wait for tonight to raise this part of the topic? To inform you, because it's Fire Friday. It's Fire Friday. That's T&TEC. So now, as T&TEC goes up, meat produce goes up, milk might go up. You never know anything in the freezer line. Let me tell you something, it will go up by at least 65% too. It will go up. What do you think, that bad? Here it is. Trinidad Cement Limited, TCL, the country's sole cement supply, is set to raise price yet again by March 20th, 2023. TCL official confirms that the ex-factory price will increase by 5%. For Eco Cement at 8%. For Premium Plus, this amount to respective increase. So here it is. Per bag, 42.5 kilogram bag for $2.08, it will go up to $43.65 and $3.54 to $47.83 before VAT. The announcement of the impending price increase was made to stakeholders in the construction industry last week. In response to question, the company stated, cement prices are in fact set to be marginally adjusted, taking into consideration some of the rising factors which TCL is faced. In December 2021, TCL raised the price of a 42.5 kilogram bag of Eco Cement by 8.5% to $43.71, VAT inclusive, and by 15% to $46.56 cents, VAT inclusive of premium, the same weight. So cement went up in 2021. It going up by March 20th. And now T&TEC is going to raise the electricity bill. No, I'll have to revert to fresh meat now, you know. Yeah. When they kill a fowl or a goat or a cow, watch me, you have to eat out that, you know. Freezing that now is at 65% increase, you know. I'm waiting to see when T&TEC raises its electricity. Brace yourself for a higher grocery price. I'm telling earlier. Because all those 20-foot and 40-foot cold storage containers, you know, that's famous for the grocery industry. Asked Jove if she could contact supermarket, yeah. So, let's see if we could get him. Call her good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead.
Well, boy, it looks like the oldest people who know everything of office in government, especially Minister of Public Utilities. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. It's unexpected, but, you know. So, viewers, we are trying to get somebody from the supermarket industry. Let me hear what are some of the rising costs that may come to us in the coming weeks. Minister of Finance, Colin Members, have announced that the tax amnesty, which was supposed to end today, has been extended to May 19, 2023. The extension is to give business and individuals more time to prepare the financial statement and finalize the necessary documentation to submit their tax return and pay the tax due for the year of income 2021 and prior years. In a release, Emmett stated, to date, the original target of $500 million from amnesty has also been exceeded. This has assisted the government cash flow to a significant extent, especially during the time of declining oil and gas price. But I thought we have oil. And Stuart Young said we had oil? And Stuart said we have oil? It's sad. It's a sad thing. It's really, really sad. Stuart said we have oil for the Caribbean. So, viewers, we have on the line the President of the Supermarket Association, Mr. Rajiv Dipti. Good night, sir.
Good night, Saeed. Good night, Trinidad and Tobago.
I do apologize. Let me say it up front. I do apologize. But was just as per the moment kind of thing. Yeah, you came into my mind just on time. So, Mr. Rajiv, good night to you again and the family.
Same to you, my friend. Same to you.
In the coming weeks, T&TEC is set to increase the price of electricity. Now, could you tell us or give us an idea, or I don't know if the supermarket industry have been having talks concerning the rise of electricity and the produce that are being housed in refrigerators. Could you give us a little idea of if the supermarket association will increase like meat and butter and cheese and frozen vegetable?
So thank you, Saeed, and let me get into the meat of the matter. There were several consultations, and we had one with the Regulated Industries Commission, RIC, regarding the proposed increase. Obviously, there's a concern from our side because there's a lot of cold storage and electrical overheads and electrical utilities within the supermarket industry. When it comes to the side of the maintenance of cold chain. From what we discussed and what we gathered, while we understand that rates have not been increased for over 10 years and that the situation is one that requires an examination from the RIC where T&TEC's operation is concerned, we put forward that the timing was not right given that the population was still emerging from the pandemic, that there were several factors regarding this rates increase. I think one of the factors we looked at and discussed with them, Saeed, is having it across a period of time that would give the population the ability to absorb it, not necessarily all in one go. And I think that is something that we reiterated very strongly in our own representation when we look at it. Because from our side, I believe nearly a month ago, I saw that the CEO of National Flour Mills said that they would have to increase prices because or if the electricity rates were to be increased. Now that's a signal that that suppliers are going to be looking at their own cost of operations, and you're going to find a similar situation with supermarkets, especially where you have such a high cost of operation, particularly with respect to the electrical overheads.
So prices on produce may or may not go up.
I think what you're going to find, Saeed, right, is that you're going to remember have suppliers who have to distribute, maintain cold chain. If they have manufacturing or processing operations, that's also another requirement. So if they are indicating that prices are going up, then you're going to find that the prices haven't just gone up because of supermarkets, that it's also gone up because of suppliers indicating that they cannot hold their hand on any increase.
I understand. Now, Trinidad and Tobago technically may have to look out for an increased price.
So, sorry, could you repeat the question?
Trinidad and Tobago may or may not, in a technical way, may be paying more for frozen stuff at supermarkets.
It's inevitable, in my own opinion, Saeed, that where you have these core costs of operations going to be affected, that you will see some of it being passed on by suppliers, by supermarkets, and remember that it's something that's going to affect an entire industry. I listen to other chamber heads reiterate that it's going to affect their members significantly. So it's something that's still being discussed. Remember, that while these consultations are ongoing, the RIC is inviting feedback. So up to now, we've submitted the feedback, and they've assured us that they'll give it the consideration, and we'll certainly see where it goes from there.
Now, Rajiv, could you give us a little idea of the type of product or produce will be affected in freezers if the price decides to go up at supermarkets?
Anything that requires maintenance of cold chain, and when you talk about maintenance of cold chain, you talk about suppliers who import anything that is frozen, chilled, or needs to be kept at a certain temperature that is low and requires the refrigeration, chiller, freezer environment. Remember that they store those at their warehouses. They distribute them via cold chain and refrigerated trucks, and then they come to the stores where they have to be kept in cold chain refrigeration and then put out inside the stores. So anything that, and that's just the obvious ones side. You're not talking about manufacturers who have their own operations that will be significantly affected by any such increases.
So we're looking at meat, we're looking at maybe dairy product for cold storage, we're looking at butter, we're looking at cheese, we're probably looking at frozen peas, maybe carrots, fish.
Well, just to give you an idea, I mentioned national flour mills earlier, but yeah, certainly it's too early to tell, because it's too early to say how much of that is going to be affected into the operating cost. But I think certainly so, Saeed, it'll be part of the calibration of what prices are offered to the retail trade now back from suppliers.
I understand. Rajiv, I do want to thank you for giving us a little idea of how things are presently at the Supermarket Association and in talks with RIC. I do want to thank you so much for taking our last minute call, my friend.
You're most welcome, and have a pleasant weekend, Trinidad and Tobago. Good night.
So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to hear what the RIC have to say after this.
RealTalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the RealTalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at RealTalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saeed, Managing Director of RealTalk Group of Companies and Licensed Moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Well, Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. So you're here? Now, it is obvious that come 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months from now, our IC or T&TEC raises their price. What is going to be the outcome? Think about it. Think about it. Your Pennacool, your Nutty Royal. Now, as Rajiv said, it will pass down from the manufacturers. The manufacturers. When their bill goes up, let's just say by 68%. By 68%, let's just say that their bill go up. They're going to add it to the product or the produce. Manufacturers adding a price to the product or the produce and then send it down to the supermarket. And in return, the supermarket is going to pass on the price to who? The citizens of our country. Now, we cannot blame the supermarket. I want you to understand that clearly. We cannot blame the supermarket because if the manufacturers increase their price and it comes down to the supermarket, it's obvious the customers will pay a higher price. They will pay a higher price. Understand that. Imagine $8 and $10 for a cup of snow cone. How much are you going to pay now for that same little cup of snow cone? Because the ice factory now with their price going up on electricity, right? To make this block of ice, to sell the snow cone man, when the snow cone man have to pay more for the ice, and who's going to pay more? Not the citizens going to have to pay maybe $15 now for a cup of snow cone. Think about that, Trinidad and Tobago. Think about it. So when you tell yourself, I come in here and I only bash it and bash it and bash it. No, I'm bringing reality thoughts to you. Reality thoughts to you. Because your steak now, your slab of beef, in the grocery, in a cold storage, it's going to go up. It is going to go up when gas goes up. When gas goes up, doesn't everything get affected with the price of increased gas? So if electricity go up, and just now you will hear Wasa, because of the fact that electricity goes up, the electricity bill now at Wasa just skyrocketed. And you know what? The next bill to go up is Wasa. The next bill to go up is Wasa. Because all the pumping station use what? Petrol? No. They use electricity. So when you're paying more for a kilowatt, when Wasa have to pay more to T&TEC for a kilowatt, don't you think now that bill is going to come down to you, the citizen, at an increased water rate? Well, come now man, Trinidad and Tobago. This is where we are going. Call a good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Said.
To you, my friend.
At the end of the day, whether we like it or not, the final cost, we will have to bear that burden. The consumer, me and you, no matter what we do, we will have to bear that cost. But what I want to talk about today and very quickly is that there was an incident at licensing office, Motor Vehicle Authority, today, where a lot of people had their appointments for 8 o'clock. But the system went down, the computer system went down, and they told the people that it might be coming up back maybe by about 9 or 10 o'clock. Said that building was built with taxpayers' money. There's over 100 and there's accommodation to seat maybe about 100 and something people inside. The whole building is air conditioned. And rather than having these people sit down inside, and they ask the people who want to wait and wait, and rather than have them come inside in the taxpayers' building, you know they had these people in the hot sun till 10 o'clock. One lady fainted and pulled out.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. So why all that seat was there wasting, air condition wasting, and you have these citizens in the hot sun who pay for the bloody building? Isn't this ridiculous? I don't know what to say again. All the best.
Thank you, my friend. So tonight we're talking electricity. We're talking price increase from T&TEC, the groceries. cold storage produce to Wassa. Call a good night. We want to take as much coal as we can tonight. Now that I have laid down something for you, I want you to understand your cold storage, grocery produce and product. You just heard the president of the Supermarket Association. As long as the manufacturers pass down the price, what's going to happen? It's going to come down to the consumer. You just heard that. Call a good night. Go right ahead.
Yes, my friend. You heard the Prime Minister and the Attorney General, these honorable members, talking about the DPP underperforming. Are you hearing me, sir?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Right. What about the government? What about the government as they perform? The entire government, from the Prime Minister right down, they are the last people. They are the last people to talk about performance. Look at the state of the nation road. Look at the economy. Look at the state of the health sector. Look at education. This is gross incompetence. This is total underperformance. So what nonsense they're talking about that the DPP is not performing? How could a man perform with a complement of less than half the staff? Said, could you operate your business with no staff? Or half the amount of staff, sir? It is impossible. Now, come back to school, violence. Look at the Honorable Police Commissioner. A couple of days ago, told before a joint select committee, talk about reducing crime by June. Didn't she? You come back now and say you need divine intervention. Is it that you are throwing up your arm? You know all this resultant from when a prime minister could go to the house of a prime minister and interfere. How could you expect when this police service commission has picked, the man to do the job? But no, you in your infinite wisdom, when they personally and have the audacity to say yes, it was you. So you are interfering. You cannot run the country. You cannot manage the economy. You're interfering everything. Now when I say a devil has taken over this country, so when I say evil, that evil has come from Lekoto, sir. That evil has come from Lekoto.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. I understand what you're saying. But we're trying to stay on electricity. We're trying to stay on electricity because I'm going to tell you something. If the gas stations now, listen this, Trinidad and Tobago, I want to let you understand, with the increase of electricity, I'm sure Wassa will follow soon. With the increase of electricity at the gas stations, because those individuals that own gas station, their electricity bill is going to go up. What do the pump use? Yes, gas coming through that funnel, but end it function under electricity. All come now. All Trinidad and Tobago want to hear earlier. The Regulated Industry Commission, RIC, have stated that it will not be bullied by anyone it will not be bullied by anyone and will complete its public consultation on the proposed electricity rate increase. Y'all hear that? The Commission gave assurance after one of those consultations at Centerpoint Mall, Chaguanas, had to be aborted because of what the RIC described as the unruly behavior of some of its attendants. The people must get on. The people must get on. They are protesting for their rights, Trinidad and Tobago. I want to let you understand that. I want to let you understand that they are protesting for their rights. So don't talk about unruly behavior, RIC. When the US have a protest, you think the police coming out and say unruly? You think the minister coming out and say unruly? No, they have a right to protest. And do not take away the rights of citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to protest. I am telling you that. Or they want to raise the electricity bill and expect the public to just swallow it down like a bowl that's going down their throat? No, my current bill, my electricity bill used to be between 45 to 5,000. I paid a bill for 7,000 something. And I haven't added nothing to the building. We open from 8 to 4. Nothing new added, nothing going overtime. 8 o'clock, the electricity comes on, 4:30 it shuts down. And I paid that bill for about $2,500 and more dollars. So I mustn't say nothing, alright, see? I mustn't say nothing. When some of them who works at T&TEC, when you hear you go to the grocery and you hear you start paying more for your meat and your peas and your butter and your milk and your ice cream and your dairy product, when you go by the snow cone man and it gone up from $10 to $15, you know what you're going to say? You know, we can't buy that snow cone because it's $5 more. Because $5 more coming out your pocket. Hey, let me tell you something. All you're in for a rough ride, you know. I'm telling all you that. Now we are being introduced to electric cars in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder what's going on to all those people who buy electric cars now. How will your home bill going to look like now? All you come natural and you have a call her, good night.
Hi.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Hi, good night. All in regards to the Guyanese national with the 2 passports and the 2 driver's licenses for Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay. So there's a Guyanese that you know who have 2 ID cards and 2 passports.
Yes, and 2 driver's license for Trinidad and Tobago. And he's pregnant a 15-year-old.
Wait, he's pregnant a 15-year-old or he pregnant a 15-year-old, you say?
He's pregnant a 15-year-old.
He got, wait, this Guyanese, I feel like I ain't hearing you clearly. This Guyanese you're talking about who have 2 ID cards and 2 birth paper, right? Are correct?
2 passports.
He got a 15-year-old pregnant?
Yes.
Where's the mother and the father of the 15-year-old?
They're home, they're living with her.
Serious?
Yes.
But did you all make a report to like child protection or the police or anything?
Yes, we did. We did make reports. Nothing has been done.
What station did you all make the report in?
Bartaria Police Station and Sour Hill.
So Bartaria Police Station has a report and Sour has a report?
Yes.
While a 15-year-old under the age of 16 can't give consent pregnant?
Exactly.
Would somebody from the Child Protection Unit in Trinidad please contact Saieed? My dear, just give the operator your number and your name, please. Believe me, it is private and confidential.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So a Guyanese who in Trinidad, 2 passport, 2 driver's permit, get a 15-year-old pregnant. The mother and father knows that. Sama Station and Bartaria Station know about it and nobody get hold yet. Well done to the stations. Well done. Well done. So Bartaria and Sama, what are they going to do? I wonder who's the corporal and the inspector there now. How are you feeling now? How are you feeling now? You're under the age of 16. You can't give consent to get pregnant. Hey, I just want all to understand this. We're not in India. Understand clearly what I'm saying. We're not in India where 12 years old could get pregnant. We're not in Pakistan where a 10-year-old could get pregnant in a Muslim state. We are in Trinidad and Tobago where there's a law. If you're 16 years and you give consent, it is okay. Under 15 years and you can't light a stove properly. How you call that? How you call that? Real Talk with Saieed Ali is only on Real Talk you just get things like these. Only on Real Talk. So somebody from Child Protection, hey Dave, I'm shouting you out from South. Contact me, you have a case to deal with. Contact me. So Trinidad and Tobago, we're going back to the electricity. Now listen this. The commissioner identified its chairman, Don Calendar, and Executive Director Glenn Khan as two of the persons at the table who were confronted by unruly attendees. The RIC said this behavior began when a member of the audience interrupted the presentation by using a device in his possession to play music loudly. The Commission also noted that the behavior continued with threats from one other person to light flammable liquid in the auditorium and further escalated to the dragging of the replica coffin through public coffin. Replica coffin throughout the venue. The coffin bore the words "R.I.C. Rest in Peace, RIC." Look the coffin on site there. That would also represent Trinidadians. We dead. When that bill go up, we dead. Look at it. You cannot, RIC cannot blame these individuals and them. They're standing up for their rights. So here it is. This Glenn man and this Dawn man from RIC. I want you to understand something. When electricity bill goes up, don't you think it will affect your pocket also? Or are you immune to electricity bill? Come back to me. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night.
Go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk.
Yes, hi. I want to address the elephant in the room, which is the reason T&TEC is raising their rates is because they are owing, the government is owing T&TEC millions of dollars and is not paying them their money. Isn't that the reason why T&TEC wants to raise the rate?
So technically, if the government owes T&TEC millions of dollars and T&TEC cannot get that $1 million to pay whatever gas company, now the only next set of people will pay that is the citizen with an increased price. Correct, my dear?
I'm sorry, say that again?
It's only the citizen will be able to pay back that price for increased electricity where the government
but
is supposed to pay.
why penalize the citizen?
Correct. Thank you, my dear.
The government is spending money on all sorts of things. Pay the money to T&TEC.
Correct.
And do not look for a rate increase.
Thank you so much.
We keep forgetting that, you know. Yes, prices are going to go up, but get the government to pay the money to T&TEC.
Correct, correct. Thank you so much, my dear, for highlighting it. So Trinidad and Tobago, are you prepared to pay more on electricity bill? Keep in mind, every freezing or every product or produce that will be in a fridge or a freezer or a chiller in a grocery, it's going to increase by as much as 68%. Because I believe the highest figure T&TEC gave us was somewhere around 60-70% somewhere, as much as that figure. So if T&TEC increase, let's say by 68%, what are you going to pay? You going to pay 5%? You think you're going to pay 5%? No! Or you're going to pay a 68% increase in your produce that you're purchasing. Oh, come now, man. Come on, Trinidad and Tobago, don't sleep, get up. I want you to get up. Because after T&TEC hit me with an increased price, what's that coming next, you know? You know what what's that going to tell us? Due to the fact that T&TEC has raised the electricity price, our company could no longer run on this amount of price or a certain price. Let's say we're paying $2 a liter for water. We cannot sustain the $2. You know why? Because the electricity bill went up. So what you're going to do? That $2 now, you're going to get a 68% increase. So what are you going to do now? What you're going to do now? And if you're paying $400 every 4 months, by 68, how much you get? That is added money to your $400. Up to 68% per kilowatt. Per kilowatt. So if you use 100 kilowatts, What's going to happen? Look up now, man. Call a good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Go right, my friend. Go right ahead. Talk to me.
Saeed, this electricity thing you're talking about is serious business.
I'm telling you.
Let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something, right? The last caller talking about money that goes to T&TEC by government, right? They're spending all this money to do all this stupidness around the country. They can't take the money and pick T&TEC and take that burden on citizens back. You know what real funny thing side is the way how the government just pretend to own all the money in the country. When time to pay a big debt like 1.something billion, they're looking to tax the citizens now to pay that. You understand what I'm telling you?
Yes.
The money that have in treasury, government own that. And they can't even pay their own bill. But they come in the tax we know, so we can pay that bill. But I want to touch on something too, This whole electricity thing, right? The man and coming and talk and considering air condition unit and all these things and people turn on light whole night and all kind of foolishness they're talking for citizens, right? Let me ask you a question. You ever pass and see any government building on a Sunday, all the glass is sweating because it's cold? You ever pass and see that all the AC is on 24 hours and it's 7 days a week? And I don't know, small unit, them fellas that are pumping there, right? They massive units there, and they're pulling real current. So you can't tell me they can't tune off them things on the Friday and sit back on a Monday. The same electricity. They're sending up the bill so much. And then they expect you to pay it. And I went and listened very carefully aside. I was reading an article for it. And the Minister of Public Utilities he come and he was saying that he's going to give vulnerable citizens utility cards. You hear what I'm telling you? Utility cards. So PNM supporters going to get food card, they're going to get gas card, and now they're going to get utility card. So what happens to the people in the countryside? Tell me that.
Thank you, my friend. Yeah, it's serious. Thank you, my friend. Oh, let's see how dread going to get. I'm telling all you, when a cup of snow cone move from $10 to $15, those side didn't tell all you, The diesel rate going up, the mobile rate going up, T&TEC going up, grocery produce going up, gas will go up just now, market stuff. You know why market stuff going to go up? Anybody know why market stuff going to go up? Because if the gas go up, because the gas station using electricity, and T&TEC raise the electricity, and you got ripple effect on the market man because he had to pay more gas. Or look come now man, Trinidad and Tobago. Follow the line. Yeah, all of what the Commissioner of Police had to say. Commissioner of Police, Earl Haywood Christopher, believes that this country is dealing with an unnatural evil, and without divine intervention, let me read this again. See if you have a picture of the Commissioner of Police, Earl. Trinidad and Tobago, here we're going to give it only a few seconds. Call your friend, Daddy Commissioner. Call your friend, call your family, message them, I'm giving you 2 seconds, tell them turn in to Synergy Television. Come on, come on, come on. All you going to love this one. All you're going to love this one. Leave it right there. She wasn't sure what else today. So Trinidad and Tobago, all listen to this, Commissioner of Police, Earl Haywood Christopher, believes that this country is dealing with an unnatural evil. And without divine intervention, her anti-crime strategies, including reducing murders, will doom to fail. All I hear that, Trinidad and Tobago? Hear this part now. Hear this part now. She said, 99% of us believe in a superior being. And we need to invoke the help of the being if we need to really bring back Trinidad and Tobago to that place where we want it to be. Come on to me. I just heard what I said. Earl Christopher said, without divine intervention, her anti-crime strategies, including reducing murders, will be doomed to fail. We ain't start yet with a plan and we fail. We ain't start with a plan and we fail. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Good night, my friend.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. So when there is this gas price, I mean this T&TEC price, so gas price have to go up too because when you have to pay more for gas, again.
Thank you, my friend.
Because
so we are going for a short commercial break, viewers, but when we come back, I want to hear what all you had to say concerning electricity after this break. Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Hear what Christopher said. There will also be an increased focus on transitional crime, enhanced policing intelligence capabilities, lavishing technologies to improve policing operation and building police integrity and legitimacy. She said that, eh? She said that, eh? But the greatest part is, if there is no divine intervention, her anti-crime strategies, including reducing murder, will be doomed to fail. Earlier, former Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith, who had skills on the field, brought a little satisfaction to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. You know how he did that? For his 3-year term, he didn't sit down in a temple. He didn't sit down in a mosque. He didn't sit down in a church. I want you to understand something. Whatever his belief is, he believed in his belief. But you know what he did earlier? He went out in the field and he commanded his officers. Random checks, roadblock, and raid throughout Trinidad and Tobago. That is how he was able to combat crime. You, with no expertise in the field, expecting a divine intervention, otherwise your plan would fail. No intervention, we're going to have the Trinidad and Tobago citizen. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? 47 years I beg and God to bless me with a plane, and up to now me have it, and I work in 17 hours a day. And I doing spirit work. And still God has blessed me with a plane yet. You just come on the scene. Absolutely no knowledge in the field of criminal expertise. And you want to win what? Crime? Come now, man, early, man. Caller, good night.
Hi, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
It is so unfair to know what the government is doing to us. The poor man is feeling the heat. These rich people, all of them who have everything in their house, they're not feeling it, and this light will have to go up. It is so unfair, and the Prime Minister has to turn around and say, Trinidadians and Tobagonians are stupid. It is unfair for us. Oh, have a blessed night back.
Thank you, my dear. I am a businessman and I had to fork out $2,500+, you know. I had to dig a little deeper, you know. $25,100 I had to pay on a bill, you know. And me add nothing to the bill then. That's the sad part about it. I added nothing. How much I pay for a Naughty Royal? About $20 for a Naughty Royal now? That's about $18? About $17, $18 for a Naughty Royal. Imagine if you go in the grocery now, and from $18, it gone up to a 65% added on to that. And if you had to buy 5 Nutty Royal and you have 5 children plus the mother and father, that's 7. How much you going to pay? That Nutty Royal alone? You want to talk about ice cream? You want to talk about butter? You want to talk about cheese? You want to talk about frozen dry peas or green peas in the deep freeze? We want to talk about that. We want to talk about the beef steak. We want to talk about the lamb steak. All you come now, man, Trinidad and Tobago, all you feel is joke. All you feel is joke. All your grocery bill going to go up a little bit more, you know. A little bit more going to go up, you know. Don't be surprised if WASA come right after. And after WASA, you hear gas station, the government take a decision now to increase gas price. Because why? Electricity gone up. What are you going to do? Let's say something. Side only good for bashing? Well, take that reality talk, put it on all your pipe. All you can make all your Lipton or Cocoa-Tea, however all you want, and drink it down. Drink it down. Hey. How many of you all thought we're going forward? How many of you all thought we're going into the 21st century with technologies? Just now you won't be able to pay a current bill. And you got to revert back to what? Flamboyant candle. Me, well, I always have my candle lighting, you know. I always have light lighting. My boy having too. So if current go, we still have light lighting. God bless me with favors. Think about it. What about the pensioners who are on a stable or a standard amount of money? Hey, so hear this now. Hear this now. Them pharmacies and them now. When the electricity bill goes up now, what are you going to do? Panadol selling how much? $20 a card? Or Panadine? Some, I believe it's Panadol or Panadine, maybe about $18 or $20 a card. When 68% now added on to that now, what are you going to do? All of them realize the pharmacies will increase too? Yes, because they use electricity, and when they have to pay a higher rate, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to pass it on to the medication. Who feel any pinch? Come Trinidad and Tobago. It's not about bashing tonight, you know. This Fire Friday night is about opening your eye, your ears, and your intellectual brains where you have here. The intellectual part of your brains, open it up. Open it up. Because in the coming weeks, up to 68%, I believe that is the figure, don't hold me to it, is going to be added on. And the way T&TEC for money, man, I sure it had not like no 2% and 3%, you know. Whoop, 68 in your tail. Think about that. When I put 300 in gas in my BMW, I had to put more, 350. I don't want BMW to buy. I might have to sell that just now. So Trinidad and Tobago, tonight was not about bashing. Tonight was about educating you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, with a rippling effect once T&TEC increased that price. So I want you now, after we end our program tonight, sit down and think about the amount of product and produce going and go up. Think about your light bill, and then your grocery, and then medication, and then school children going to school. Think about that. Your expense going and go up. And what are we going to do about it now? What are we going to do about it? Think about that. If you only thought the electricity bill going to go up and you're going to pay a couple dollars more, think again. From here, paying a couple dollars more, it gives you a different expense on this side. Imagine, you might have to pay about $25 or $26 for a card of Panadol or a Panadine. Imagine that. Think about that. Trinidad and Tobago, we're going in a very thin, dark road. Remember one time they say finance didn't release money for Ministry of Works and Transport to pay for traffic light. Remember that was an issue at one point in time when traffic light was shutting down throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Ministry of Finance didn't release money for Works and Transport to pay those that are controlling the traffic light department. When T&TEC price go up, what's going to happen with traffic light? So think about the rippling effect when coming to the increase of T&TEC. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight. But nevertheless, Real Talk with Saieed Ali airs on Synergy Television Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. with a rerun the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So viewers, at the rerun of this program, you're going to see it Monday from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. Until we meet again, good night.